Welcome back to Darling Television. Today, away from politics and displeasure, let's talk about something that has unified Nigerians, something unique, something worthy of celebration. Hilda Baci and the World Jollof Rice Festival. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hilda Baci and the pot that shook the whole world. Wow, what an imagination. What a feat. What an accomplishment. Hilda has done it again. Who is Hilda Baci? Hilda Baci. Born on the 28th of September 1995. She's going to be 30 this month. In fact, next week. Interesting. She's a chef. They describe her as celebrity chef, and I agree. She's an actress, former Guinness World Record holder for the longest cooking marathon. Now, she's now another world record holder. Let's talk about the plan. The venue, Eko Hotel Lagos. Goal, world's biggest pot of Nigerian jollof rice. Note, Nigerian jollof rice, because if it is not Nigerian, then it is fake jollof. Event was free for all, and the food free for all. Over 20,000 people applied online, and that is why the venue was changed to Eko Hotel, to avoid stampede, to avoid any kind of emergency. So it was an open-air event, not in any enclosure. Let's talk about this giant pot of rice and the details. The pot size, 6 meters wide and 6 meters high. Wow, that sounds more like a metal container. Yes, a metal drum, a metal house of food. Okay, maybe a silo, a barn, but she made it a pot for cooking. Capacity, 22,619 liters. Oh, 22,619 liters. Rice used, 4,000 kilograms. 4,000 kilograms. That is 200 bags of rice. 200 bags of rice. When cooked, expanded to 14,000 to 16,000 kg. Wow. In Yoruba, the rice rose to between 14 and 16,000 kg. Massive. Logistics and ingredients. The pot fabricated in 3 months, took 3 months to fabricate the pot and transported to Lagos. Over 600 kg onions, 1,000 kg tomato paste, Gino, was sponsored by Gino, and several other spices. So I guess it's going to be in the resume of the fabricator too now. Fabricated the world's biggest pot that was used to cook rice. A feat of planning, manpower, and fire control. Of course, the kind of fire, the flame used in cooking must be well regulated to be able to capture every side. Because I was imagining, how would the rice look at? Some parts would be well done, some parts. Story coming out from that has been fantastic. Fantastic. So, well planned. There was a video I saw prior to the event day where she was giving details, mathematical details of what will go into this cooking. It was a serious presentation. So wow, so it's not just about pack rice, pack gino, pack, no, details. So the whole place at a point was filled, aroma so strong, you begin to taste it in the air. You know, your imagination is as good as mine. You'll be wondering, how will it taste like? Will everything be done? Will that, will it taste, will the taste be uniform from any part of the pot? Of course. You see people steering continuously. Wooden stirrer, or we call this wood, yes, wooden stirrer, so that the heat is not conducted. So non-conductor, so that they can hold it for as long as they can stand beside the pot to stir. So wooden stirrer long enough to stir to the bottom, because your love can be sticky, so that it won't stick. Wow. The team were moving like athletes, welding giant ladles, the stirrers. Of course, what do you expect? It's as if they have gone into a kind of, drilling, so that they know they are physically fit before this event. The sweat, the spice, and the strategy blended effortlessly, perfectly, just as she envisaged. The climax. Guinness officials confirmed, record broken. Crowd erupts with shouts, hugs, and tears. Not just rice, a moment of pride and unity. You know, at that moment, nobody cares about Hilda's religion. Nobody cared about her gender. Nobody cared about which part of the country she came from. She cooked Nigerian jollof rice, and people travel from all over to be there. A lot of celebrities, artists, so many people really just really that. Our family, fans. I happen to be a fan. I've been following her, particularly on TikTok, since her brother sang, that Ida Mapa Me Now. I love that song. I love the sibling bond and love shown in that song and the little drama they put into it. I've been following the two of them, and I must commend Hilda for this great feat. The bigger picture. Hilda through this, not only for herself, she has created a Nigerian dream. She has given us an insight into can-do spirit of a Nigerian. Out of the box. This is not government help me. She sat down, conceived it, saw it to fruition, and here we are all celebrating. She did it. That was tourism. She boosted tourism and inspired young chefs. I know a couple of young chefs have, what can I do that will break record? Even if it is not world record, it will break record in Nigeria. The little thing you're doing that you're going to do in extraordinary way. That's all Hilda is doing. In her own niche, she's making a constant statement that from Nigeria you can break record, not until after you go out of Nigeria. A lot of Nigerians are breaking record out of Nigeria, but even within Nigeria, you can break record, and we should celebrate that. So let's talk about the war between Ghana jollof rice and Nigerian jollof rice. So she has put that war to end now. There is no dispute about who has the best jollof rice. No. We don't only have the best jollof rice now. We have cooked, because it's now we have cooked the biggest pot of jollof rice when Hilda Baci hosted World Jollof Rice Festival in Lagos. What a taste, what a cooking, what a feat. Hilda Baci didn't just stir a pot, she stirred a nation. We are proud of you, Hilda. Congratulations. Now we have the world biggest pot of tasty jollof rice cooked in Nigeria by Hilda Baci. She has also demonstrated that there is no limit to the capacity of crowd she can cater for her own personal business, because she takes care of every details and her imagination is limitless. Wow. Hilda did not just set records, she reset the mind of young Nigerians, because when she was world record holder for the longest cooking, many Nigerians tried to repeat it in their different fields. I know with this, she's going to steer it again. She's steering Nigeria to greatness in her own unique way, and we must celebrate her. Congratulations again, Hilda Baci. Congratulations, Nigerians. You ready? And tries our best to bring